Hello everyone, my name is Pam Nacpil and this is The Moving Truth with Pam. So, my guest today is actually a brother of one of my former guests, not too long ago, I think this year as well. So, without further ado, as they say, let me have him introduce himself. Shayan?
Yes, of course. First of all, thank you for having me here.
Oh,
it's
you're
my
welcome.
pleasure to be here. And as I said, my name is Shayan and I'm from Iran. I have a beautiful partner whose name is Sofia, who is unfortunately is not with us today.
Where is Sofia? Where is Sofia from?
She's from Kazakhstan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Iran and Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, yeah. So she's on vacation back home visiting her parents, and she will be here at the end of February.
Okay, we might have a chance to talk to her too.
Of course, yeah. Why not?
So tell me the story of how you came about to be here. I mean, what made you decide? I don't know what kind of temperature Tehran or Iran has, but is it very near Canada? Probably not.
Yeah, that's a really great question. Everybody asking me, what was your plan and how did you end up coming to here?
Yes.
So, as I said, I have two older brothers. One of them is Shayan, that I'm sure you know him, he was here. And Shahrukh, he's back home and he's an entrepreneur, he has his own business. So most of the time I was working with both of my brother and with my father as well.
And you're the youngest of three brothers.
I'm the youngest.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so back home, most of the time I was in the architecture field. I was studying for a Master of Architecture. And most of the time I was working with my father in the construction
Is he
side.
an architect as well?
Yes, he is.
Oh wow, so you're a family of architects.
Even my second brother, he's an architect.
Yeah, okay, it's an architectural family. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, the time that I think 5 years ago, Shaheen traveled to immigrate, I can say, to Canada. And I was keep recording most of his movement, what he's doing here. Is a really good country.
So you were stalking Shaheen.
Because I had the opportunity to move because I grew up in Tehran. It's a city. It's a very well-developed city.
Big
it's
city.
beautiful, and it's just like on the feet of the mountain. It's just gorgeous. And so I decided. We used to live in another city, east north part of the city called Mashhad. So most of the time, even in Iran, we were moving. We were not even, just living in one city.
So you're gypsies as well in their own country. Right. Okay.
So my grandfather was the same. He moved from another city to another, and then we moved from Mashhad to Tehran. And Shaheen took always the first step. So Shaheen moved to Tehran.
Canada.
Yeah. So and then we moved.
Oh, he moved
Canada.
to Tehran first.
Yes.
And then he moved to Canada.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
But I grew up in Tehran. I can say we were living there for 15 years. I think. Yeah.
So you were looking at Shaheen. Was it always your plan to move here? What did your parents say? They lost one son to move away, and then their youngest, their baby, right?
Yeah.
What happened? Why did you suddenly decide? I'm sure Shaheen was an inspiration, but...
Absolutely, he was. Yeah, he was not only an inspiration, but a great help and support. And I had the chance to go many other countries. After I did my IS exam, I was planning to choose a country to go. And I realized most of the people going to the countries with lots of population and they are looking for more opportunities. But what I found different, because many people every day asking me, especially new people when they meet me, they're asking me, why did you choose New Brunswick? Why did you go to, especially I'm living in Miramichi. Most of the time I'm in Miramichi because of school, sometimes coming back home.
And Miramichi is very beautiful too.
It is gorgeous.
It is
beautiful.
very nice.
It's my best city I can say.
Okay.
Moncton is nice too.
Monctonians will probably disagree, but I love Miramichi.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure Monctonians love Miramichi too. And so what I was saying, I kind of forget.
Okay, so you decided to move, and they were asking you.
Right, yeah, and so between even Moncton and the whole Canada, we were looking for a city. Which city should I live? Should I go live with Shaheen? Should I go to another province? Or should I choose another city in the same province? What I was always considering was about not to see which province have the most opportunity. I was
Okay.
thinking, where can I go and I can build an opportunity? Where can I go? I can
Okay.
create the opportunity for other people. I'm sure many other immigrants
Okay.
that who are coming to Moncton or New Brunswick, they have the same idea. Immigrants wants to create something. They want to create and bring up with the idea. I can give you an example. My brother do the same thing here. I know a friend of mine, I'm sure he was here to Catan. He came with who is running the Moncton Care.
Of course, Kitan.
So
Yeah, he was a guest too.
Yeah, exactly. So the people coming here to create opportunity. No, they are not coming to be part of the opportunity.
Okay.
But you know what I mean?
I like that. It's true.
Yeah.
There are opportunities here, but it's not you as an immigrant taking part of the opportunity, but
Yeah.
creating them
Creating
yourself.
a new opportunity.
That's a very well put statement, and I think I will agree with that. And I think that's what most people need to see, that immigrants are not only taking advantage of the opportunities, but creating them as well.
Right,
That's a
absolutely.
very
Especially
good
in New
thing.
Brunswick, because if I come from a city, the population of Tehran was over 10 million people.
I know.
So
With me
whenever
as
you
well.
want to run anything, someone else already start that business. But here in New Brunswick, I have this quote always saying, I have it I think on my Facebook page too, that for the people who are coming, you give to the people whatever they want, the people will give you whatever you want. So here in New Brunswick, there is a lot of, not going to say this time opportunity, there is a lot of problems that you can come and fix them
Yes.
and run your business. And whenever you are solving any issue of any part of the people's lifestyle, you are going to be successful.
You're the
because they are gonna
solution.
support. Exactly.
You're the solution. Okay, so how did you go about going here? You were saying you were choosing. So how did you go about choosing New Brunswick and Miramichi?
So the New Brunswick, the one I can say in one word, the population of New Brunswick is less than 1 million people. And here
That's
I can
comforting.
run something. Here I can help people. Here I can help to the province, to my city. Even from all of the New Brunswick, I didn't come to Moncton. I went to Miramichi. I'm living
Exactly,
there.
exactly.
I was living in Moncton for a couple of months. When I arrived, it's a beautiful city, beautiful people. Like they are nice, very welcoming. But when I moved to Miramichi, you know, I studied at MBCC.
So you
studying
took the
electrical.
student
Yes, I
pathway.
did.
Okay, okay.
So I studied electrical construction, and I went there. And while I was there, I talked to my instructor. I asked him, "Can you move me to Moncton campus? I want to live with my brother. He would be great support." And he said, "Yes, sure. Go next week. Go to Moncton." And in that during period when I was living in Moncton, I was living in Miramichi. Sorry. I can say I can fall in love with Miramichi. And
I can see
couldn't
why.
leave.
I can see why. I can see why.
I couldn't leave, so I stayed there, and it's been more than 2 years, less than 3 years, I can say.
Wow.
I'm living in Miramichi, and I made a lot of network, made a lot of friends, and many other. I got made myself busy, you know.
We will talk about how busy you are in a while. But how was it that you prepared yourself to go? I know having a sibling here made it a little bit easier. But personally, did you find that it was easier for you to go because of this contact, because of your relationship? Or was it's just the same like any other immigrant moving?
You mean what skills helped me to stay,
or more of the decision and more of the going. I know it's as moving here, it was a little bit hard for us because we had to prepare for resources. We had to find jobs and everything. What was the motivating factor for you to move?
I think there was no motivation factor. There was actually sense of curiosity for me.
Oh, wow.
So most
Okay.
of the time, even back home, I can tell you half of the friends that I have already, I know them before even I come to Canada. So I was in touch with them throughout the
Oh.
social media, throughout the Instagram, Facebook.
You've been very active
So
even before you came
it's,
here.
I think the sense of curiosity and making networking and making friends. That's I think the thing that helped me
Wow.
to stay and face all the challenges.
That's a good
here.
thing, because when we came here, we didn't know anyone. We didn't even know Moncton existed, primarily because we didn't have family. But that's a good advice, I guess, to people.
Did you move first to Moncton when you came to Canada?
First
Yeah.
in Moncton and
Nice.
stayed here.
Stay here?
Yeah,
Very
but
nice.
that's a good idea, and it's a good advice for people trying to move. That you don't have to wait till you've moved
Yeah.
to create relationships, right? Okay.
Many people even do that, unfortunately, when they are looking for a job. They wait, for example, they are a student, they are waiting to graduate and then go for look for a job. The company that I'm already working on, I think I know them for, it was my first week when I was in Miramichi. I got the chance to know them, and after graduation, I got a job at the same company, and I made a network first week that I was over there. So I didn't wait until graduation.
Your theme is very consistent, Shayan. Create opportunities,
Yes.
right? So even for work-related things, you've
Yeah.
created the opportunity for yourself. And so you've graduated, right?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, so how did this relationship with your partner who's not
Right,
here
yeah.
evolve? Is she a classmate?
Oh, okay. That's a really nice story, actually. We were at
Please.
the MBCC. I was looking for, I was very busy back home. Not just with the business. I had lots of friends going hiking most of the times, going to book clubs, to
The life of a
cafe.
single person.
Yeah, we had a lot of opportunity to go do a lot of stuff, and we would not sleep at 8 like people here or do. We sleep like at 8, 1
I know.
a.m., So I was looking for something to do. I realized that the student union in Miramichi campus, they
Okay.
were looking for some candidates for the student union. So Sofia was the president of the student union during that time, and I ran for the vice president of the events and social activities. So we
This was
met
planned.
her. Yeah, this was a plan, part of a plan. So I met her there. So I said I need to be part of that group, and then we were also on the board of the Mayor's Youth in Action Committee at in Miramichi, and she was on the same board too. And she actually, I'm going to say, she actually invited me to that board, and it gave me a great chance to meet the mayor of Miramichi, Adam Lorda, and it was amazing. Our journey started from there. So we were most of the time at the school on the same board meeting, and we after graduation, we started living together.
Very strategic, my friend Shayan. Okay. So what's keeping you busy now? I know you've enumerated some of them. So what are you doing now? You've graduated, you're working. What is a day like to you?
Yeah, as I said, like when I was still at MBCC, I was a part of the student union, and it is a great community college. It's amazing. Like with the leadership of Mary Butler, president of MBCC,
Okay.
she and her team is doing a really, really
I
great
know,
job.
I know,
And
really.
So after graduation, I said I got a job at a company called Blue Energy. My manager's name is, he's always saying, don't call me manager or boss. He said, he's always saying even like, don't tell people you work for me. Say you work with me. Yeah, so I'm
I
gonna say,
love that.
my
I love
friend
that.
Corey, he is a great guy. He hired me and he supported throughout my program for getting a PR also. And I got my PR like after 1 year being here
Wow,
in Canada.
yes,
I think
yes.
it was amazing and great journey and great company. We do mostly, that's what I love to do. We do solar and EV charges, something that
I need to talk to you about that.
Yeah, and we power bills are high these
Oh
days,
my
so
gosh,
we should put
I
solar.
know. Yes, go solar.
Yeah. Anyway, so after graduation, I got a job, and even when I was working with Corey, I was not feeling enough. I was feeling I want to do more. So I reached back to MBCC, and I was looking for more opportunity to stay in touch with MBCC again.
That's good.
And there was an opportunity. I think the Minister of Post-Secondary at
Okay.
that time nominated me for the Board of Governors at MBCC.
Wow.
And I got that position.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
It's
So
been a 1
another
year.
takeaway there, as I see with what you're doing, is really just, in a way, you're hungry to be able to help,
Yeah.
right? To be
Yeah.
able to do something significant.
Yeah, I don't know is that a bad habit or a good
It's
habit,
not.
but maybe I'm not sometimes feeling enough. I don't know, like I'm keep going, but I feel like I'm looking for my max potential. See, where is the max? I'm not making myself tired, of course, but getting enough rest. But yeah,
I can totally relate. I mean, my husband says we should just stay at home, but I'm not. I'm different.
Hard,
so
right?
that's why I do things like this.
that's amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna honestly have this. I'm having the same idea. I love podcasts. I'm listening to a lot of podcasts, and since these days many people are supporting even locals. I
Yes.
think they should have support local podcasts and TV shows
Thank you.
at the
Yes.
same time.
No, I really wanted to share with the people here in New Brunswick
Yeah, of
the
course.
kind of people moving here. So that's why I did this with Rogers, and I'm very happy that we're doing it. So
Yeah, that's amazing.
what's the plan now? What is your plan? What is the future that you see for yourself? You were an architect back home. Your brother is an architect now.
Yeah.
Is a partner in a firm here in Moncton. Is that the plan for you also? Are you going to pursue your architectural career here?
That's actually a really good question. I'm asking the same thing every day from myself. Where do I want to go?
Yes.
And I took many classes and many courses to find my pathway. Where do I really want to go? And I realized I'm not a person and I should not, I can say, to have a long-term goal. Honestly, I don't have a long-term goal. I'm not saying I'm living
in the
only at
present.
the present, but also I have a short-term goal. My first thing is getting my Red Seal license.
Okay.
So I think until end of this year I can achieve that.
Okay.
It's like a 4-block exams 4-block training and exams that you need to do. And after I think get my Red Seal, I would be maybe in that field, or I will probably wants to have some more, maybe even a part-time job in the same career that I had back home, like in architecture or being on a construction site.
And I don't see anything bad about that. I think what I like about what you're doing is you're giving yourself checkpoints, right? So I'm here now. I want to be here this time, and
Yeah.
let's see how things go. You're flexible in a way.
Because we don't know about ourselves in the future, and we don't know about our cities or government,
Yeah.
especially with these days, AI is coming. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
We're not going to be able to
I don't
work
know.
anymore.
Maybe they are going to have a robot doing electrical.
Red Seal robots.
Red
Yeah,
Seal
why
robots,
not? Why
yeah.
not? Maybe not for a few years.
Yeah, but I can say something. Another thing that recently made me happy, because it was more related to my career back home and what I studied back home, is I became part of the planning adjustment committee in Miramichi. So
Okay.
it's something more related to architecture.
City planning.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
with
we
the
need
Service
that.
Commission in Miramichi. It's amazing. So it's gonna be my first meeting is gonna be next week. But beside all of these, something that makes me happy is just, as I said at the beginning, creating opportunities and running my own business and helping to people. Because interacting with people here in New Brunswick is the nicest thing I can say.
I know.
And let me tell you a story. We had a trip from, it was during Christmas.
Okay.
Me and Sophia went to Niagara Falls by car. So on our way
It's
back,
a long trip.
Yeah, it is 16 hours, I think. So on our way back, when we crossed the border, so we did the gas in Quebec.
Okay.
And we went inside, we paid, we came out. So we came to the New Brunswick, we had to do the gas again. We came to the gas station, we went inside, we came out after 30 minutes. Because people here love to talk. It's amazing.
There was a Facebook meme about somebody working in Costco. The difference about how Costco workers in Quebec work and New Brunswick. The Quebec is like,
Oh, go.
and New Brunswick, oh, how are you? And exactly the point. That's why we love New Brunswick. Is the people are really interested. They're caring people. They want to know more about you, and for me that's
they are
very
not even like talking. You are talking right now with them. They are gonna go home during lunchtime or dinner time. They are gonna talk same thing about you with their family. They are sharing, and I believe like sharing is caring, and that's how I made even networks. I introduced myself to some random person, and in Miramichi is a small city.
Yeah.
Right? Tomorrow his son told me, "Oh, are you Shayan? Are you from Iran?" I said, "How do you know me?" He said,
But
"My
that's-
father told me."
That's
told
so
me about
nice,
you."
right?
And
That's so nice.
That's amazing, right?
You mentioned something about business. What business are you setting up, Shayan?
Oh, actually, I'm trying to run a podcast. The name is, I don't know if you know the story of it, but the name is The Very Best.
The very best. Tell us
Yeah.
something about that.
Yeah, the very best name come from 2 years ago. I was in the mayor's welcome barbecue. I had the microphone and I was telling to Miramichi people they had a special quote. It's not a quote, it's a tradition. The way
Okay.
that they ask how are you or
How are
something.
you?
They said you have to say how's she going, eh? They say it like that. And
How's she going, eh?
Yeah, exactly. And they said, and the answer is the very best. So when I asked this question from people over there was like thousands of people sitting in there, and at the same time, everybody said the very best.
So what is the very best going to be all about? What is
This
the
is gonna be a seasonal podcast, I believe, and we don't have a really solid plan for it, but it's gonna be seasonal. First of all, I would love to improve my city, Miramichi, and meanwhile talking about their history, culture,
Yes.
everything. And after that, we are trying to do a second season. It would be about the New Brunswick.
Oh, wow.
In that New Brunswick, I already started my channel, YouTube channel, by putting some vlogs and some of the information of myself and the city and the New Brunswick. However, the podcast, bringing people together, talking, making even more network.
Yes.
That's something that I
agree.
love. It
We
made me happy.
we did a boat tour in Miramichi, and I
Did
learned
you?
a lot.
Yeah.
I love it. And my favorite is that the pier. What is it called? Where you get the
Bridge?
ride. I forget what the name of that place is. Anyway, it's in Miramichi. So, what advice would you give to people who are wanting to move? I know you've given us some tidbits, but what kind of preparation do they need to do? Any advice you can give them?
Yeah, first thing I can say to the people who are already here, I'm sure many of the people who were sitting in this chair, you were asking them, why did you, for example, come
Yeah.
to New Brunswick? And their first answer is, people are nice, right?
Yeah.
When we are saying about the people, I want them and understand you are also part of that
Okay,
people now,
yes,
because you
yes.
are living in New Brunswick. You are
Yes,
not
true.
back home. You are not in your country anymore. You are here.
You are a New Brunswicker.
Yeah, you're a New Brunswicker, exactly. So the people in Miramichi call me Miramichier.
Yes,
so
of
they call
course.
Iranian Miramichier. So,
Yeah.
and it's very nice. So you should be part of this culture. You should adapt yourself to this culture and keep this culture going, not
Yeah.
try to change it. Try to add it, but not change it. Most of the time, I'm the first person in Miramichi that I organized Nowruz event, which is a
Okay.
Persian New Year.
Yes.
It's very nice. During the whole history of Miramichi, I think, if I'm not wrong, I was the first person organizing, celebrating the New Year, Persian New Year in Miramichi. And I'm gonna say, try to add your culture, but do not
Change it.
So this is for the people who are here. So this is very important to me, that to keep this culture going, and this is very nice. And for the people who wanna come to wherever
New
they
Brunswick
want to
or
New
Canada.
Brunswick, yeah, exactly. They have to consider all of the factors. The most important things I can say is networking.
Yeah.
They have to make networking, they have to make friends, and that networking shouldn't be hard to them. It should be like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
And everything is out there. Like, you want to make network, you have your phone, Instagram
Do
is
it.
out there, just do it. That's
So
what-
much
how
social
they-
media.
Exactly.
Last question.
Yes.
Before we end, would you do it over again, moving here?
I was gonna say something funny about this. I was waiting for you to ask me, for example, have you ever doubted about
Yes,
being
yes.
here
Something
or
like that,
something?
yeah.
So I'm gonna say 2 times a day. I'm always doubting why I'm here, and that's only when I'm hungry, because I
You
need
miss
Persian
the-
food.
Okay,
It's
but
hard.
outside of missing Persian food,
Yeah.
you're happy.
I'm happy.
Okay.
That's amazing. I would love to encourage everybody, like any Iranians also, please open. Most of them already opened like a
Yes,
coffee shop here
yeah.
in Moncton. So I would love to see more restaurants.
Going to Miramichi.
Not Miramichi, even in Moncton, I would love to travel to here to have some Persian food.
It's not too far. With that, Shayan, thank you for being with me
Absolutely,
today.
my pleasure.
I hope to meet your partner soon.
I hope
But
so
with
too.
that, all the best in all that you do.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. So with that, we'll see you at the next The Moving Truth with Pam. Bye for now.